With the revelations of the Epstein files and the intelligence-linked human trafficking ring, Israel, I just want to remind everyone on the Zog train, the Zionist-occupied government theory, that the U.S. government and ruling elite have always been this way. Was child trafficking this organized since the abolition of slavery in the indigenous American boarding school system? It's debatable, but as a side note real quick, we just also want to be watching out for child disappearances and ICE detention. Anyways, a lot of people are undergoing a rapid political transformation, education, and when confronted by the shocking imperial history of the U.S., it's easier to just blame Zionist capture for things like the for-profit genocide in Palestine and say, this is not what America is or has been. But remember, for example, in 1954, we overthrew the democratic government of Guatemala, installed a far-right military dictatorship under the guise of fighting communism, and militarily supported the genocide of nearly 200,000 indigenous Mayans, all for United Fruit, for literal bananas. And in the 70s and 80s, when the U.S. was more focused on a soft power war against the Soviets and couldn't be seen funding and supporting those regimes, Israel, as it became more symbiotically merged with the dirty appendage of U.S. foreign policy, took over running the death squads. They were happy to be the ones overtly advising and supporting the Sri Lankan government's genocide of the Tamils, and they don't give an F if they are the fall guy for the dirty work of the U.S. empire or capitalism in general. Was Epstein an intelligence asset, an access agent to run a transnational blackmail operation? That's my operating assumption, and it's an easy one to run because the ruling elite have always been ensorcelled by acts of taboo and transgression. And my question is, this being a blackmail ring, so what? Does it change the overriding principles of U.S. capital extraction and unipolar global domination? What are we missing here? We really need to have a discussion about how all this came about, how Jewish supremacists and Anglo supremacists formed a symbiotic banking and Wall Street relationship all bound up in finance capital. And it's a long discussion, and we need to have it because a lot of people are being psyoped right now. The way the files were rolled out, how the conversation happening right now is being framed, it's all very intentional and very clever and cynical. This is not an aberration. The government and ruling class isn't doing anything materially different from what this government and ruling class has always done. You may have just thought this barbarism exists only in a bygone colonial era. It only seems different because it's happening now. So if you're interested in anything I'm saying, check out our Colonial Outcast podcast tomorrow, a definitive 2-hour episode on all this, because apparently no other platform is talking about this angle and this history and the information operations going on right now, and it'll be on YouTube or whatever audio platform you choose. So if this seems challenging for you or uncomfortable, or you just hate it and think I'm completely wrong, I invite you to just check it out. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.